Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that watched my first 3 videos, and then to everyone that commented on it and suggested that I reach out to Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers. That was an amazing suggestion. Thank you again so much, because when I reached out to them, I went and found them on Facebook and messaged them, and immediately they're just like, yes, we've seen your videos. Jeremy would love to talk to you. And so I talked to Jeremy. We sat down and talked on the phone for like an hour or so about Star Wars and how we both feel about it. He's a really awesome dude. He and I have a lot in common, except for sports teams. But yeah, so it was amazing. And thank you so much, Jeremy, and everyone at Geeks and Gamers. Thank you so much for the kind words and resharing my video. I am really touched by the response it's gotten. And yes, of course, there's always going to be those assholes, but thank you so much to everyone that was genuine and honest and felt the same way I did. And even if you didn't feel the same way, thank you for acknowledging that there is an issue and that it is important to talk about, because what they've been doing to Star Wars just disgusts me to my very core, as you guys have seen in my videos. Anyway, thank you for everyone that came over from Geeks and Gamers to join my channel. I'm still new to all of this, like I've been saying, but I am going to make more, just because seeing the response that you guys have to the things that I'm saying, it is really powerful and it's really touching me inside, and it's made me feel for the first time in my life that I'm not alone, and that there's this whole community that I can connect to that feel the same way I do and that love Star Wars as much as I do, and in the same way. Like, this isn't just a movie to us. This is real. This is something that's been with us in our entire lives. And thank you to everyone that emailed me, reaching out to me, telling me how you guys felt about my videos and how the things that I said really resonated with you. So thank you so much. I've gotten like a couple hundred emails, so I'm going through that and trying to get back to everyone. So if I haven't gotten to you yet, I'm sorry. I will. It's just, there's been a lot, and I don't want to just send like a quick response. I actually want to talk to you guys. So it's gonna take me a while, but I will get there, I promise. But aside from that, thank you. I'm making this video today because I want to address some of the things that keep coming up in the comments. And it's something that I'm not used to doing, but I am going to talk about it. And one of the things that I understand, this is a very heavily male-dominated thing, I guess, with Star Wars, which I think all girls should like Star Wars, but what you gonna do? Anyway, so a lot of you guys have been commenting on my looks. Now, just because a girl looks the way that I do, or the way that any girl looks, doesn't mean we can't be knowledgeable about something. Just because I look the way that I do and I take care of myself the way that I do doesn't mean I don't love Star Wars, and doesn't mean I don't know a lot about Star Wars. Star Wars has been my entire life since I was 2.5 years old. I didn't know how to do my makeup and hair when I was 2.5 years old. I looked like a little... I was really hairy when I was a kid with crazy curly hair, and I'm really dark featured, so my parents used to say I was like a little monkey that ran around. So I looked like a little monkey when I was like 2.5 years old. So yeah, it hasn't been a thing forever. When I was, in school and growing up, I used to get teased a lot because I've always been very opinionated and very strong-willed. So when I would go to school and everyone would be like, oh yeah, who's your hero? And I'd be like, Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader. And they'd be like, Anna, Darth Vader's a bad guy. And I was like, but he brought balance to the Force, guys. You don't even know. And I would go off on these long rants, and people just look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna step down because Star Wars is awesome. Darth Vader is awesome. Everyone in Star Wars is awesome except for the ones in the new movies, because, yeah. Anyway, thank you for all of the compliments. It's, not something I know how to handle. I don't know how to take a compliment. That's mainly the biggest thing. I do know the way that people respond to the way I look, and you know, it kind of takes them off guard when I start talking about Star Wars. And like I said, I've always been known as that weird Star Wars girl, and when I really got into like, you know, learning how to, you know, be pretty and do my hair and makeup, I was in high school. But even then, you know, people still know me as the weird Star Wars girl. When I graduated high school, I gave a speech all about George Lucas and Star Wars. It had to do with the fact that I went to the same high school as George Lucas. So, you know, all my principals and teachers, they thought I was cool. But everyone my age is just like, yeah, Anna's the weird Star Wars girl. You can ask anyone I went to school with. They will tell you that I was crazy into Star Wars. I went to school one day with Princess Leia buns dressed up like a Star Wars character. And it was me and like one other dude that dressed up, and it was awkward, and yeah. But people haven't been like very receptive to the way that I look until, you know, I got to college or graduated college. Like, as an adult, in my adult life, people kind of take me seriously, even though I look the way that I do, and people are always kind of shocked by my knowledge of the Force and my knowledge of like anything. I don't want to say weird, but I mean, in that way it's a compliment. You know, my knowledge on X-Files, my knowledge on Game of Thrones, my knowledge on Star Wars, my knowledge on Star Trek, my knowledge on music. People are always kind of shocked, but it's just, it kind of baffles me, because I'm like, it doesn't matter what you look like. You can still love things that are cool. Like, why does, you know, someone told me the other day that when they picture a Star Wars fan, you know, it's kind of like a typical nerdy person, and I'm just like, really? Why do you have to be so like subjective to that? Why can't people look, you know, professional, and why can't someone look like a couch potato? We can still love Star Wars. It's still awesome. It's a universal thing to love. So I don't know why people are so judgmental on the way that, you know, people appear. But it's unfortunately a fact of life, which is why I'm addressing it. So thank you to everyone that complimented me on the way that I look. It's honestly just luck. I happen to have very attractive parents, and it kind of transferred. But if you guys really want to see people that are beautiful, you should look at my sisters, because they look like supermodels, and I was always kind of, you know, my sisters, they look like my mom. I look like my dad. I have all my dad's dark features. My sisters have my mother's features. And a lot of you guys have been asking my ethnicity. So if you guys guess it right in the comments, I will tell you. But my dad is 100% this one ethnicity, and I look like him, except I have my mom's nose. And my mom's like, I have my mom's like top lip. That makes any sense. And my sisters, my middle sister Ellen, she has my father's face, like his face shape, but she's got my mom's light features. And my mom, she's like 60% one ethnicity, and then she's like mixed with a couple other random ones. But my sisters, they got her features. The only thing that like my dad kind of translated with through to them was my dad, he's got like golden hazel eyes. So I got his hazel eyes, and my mom has these piercing green eyes that just stare right into your soul, and they're the embodiment of, I don't want to say evil, but my mom's pretty crazy. So they're the embodiment of that. So she's got those piercing green, like pale eyes. And my youngest sister, she has dark forest green eyes. And then my middle sister, she doesn't think that she's got hazel eyes, but she's got the gold in it like my dad. But we always used to tease her. We were like, oh, Ellen, you have like poop brown eyes. But she's got my mom's light features. So we look completely different. Whenever you look at pictures of me and my mom, nobody thinks she's my mother, because I got the dark hair, and it didn't make any sense. In my birth video, the first thing my mom says, aside from the fact, why isn't she crying? Because I was born asleep. She's like, why? She's not blood. She doesn't look like me. So yeah, disappointment from birth, but I look like my dad, and my dad's awesome, so that's cool. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think my ethnicity is. So if you guess it right, I will like pin it or something. I'll have to figure out how to do that. But I want to know what you guys think because it's so entertaining. A lot of people like have asked, living down here. So I lived up in San Francisco for a really long time for college. And then I moved down here to Southern California because I got my degree in concept art and I really want to work for Blizzard because I love playing Diablo. And Blizzard's amazing and it's an amazing company to work for and I really want to work for it. So I moved down here to Southern California and I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah, moved down to Southern California. So everyone down here, they're always asking me, am I Persian? Do I speak Farsi? And, you know, I was like, I guess that's what my mom and my dad mixed together. I guess that's what I look like. But I really want to know what you guys think I look like. Aside from that, I am going to be making more videos. I've been wanting to do this one for a really long time. I will post a picture of what I'm about to talk about in my Facebook page. So that way you guys can see it because it's kind of a big image. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll leave that for later. Maybe it'll be a surprise. But I'll do like a little about topic. Anyway, I've been really wanting to do this video about Star Wars versus Star Trek and why the two should not be compared. And I will talk more about that when I post that video. And guys, I know some people have gotten a little bit mad because my videos are super, excuse me, I just got over the hiccups. I hope they don't come back. A lot of people have been complaining because my videos have been so long, but I'm sorry. When I don't usually go on YouTube that often, but when I do, I like to listen to, you know, interviews or people explaining how to build stuff and painting techniques. Anyway, I always try to find the longest video so that way I can just have it playing while I paint or while I work on something so it's there in the background. So if you don't want to watch a 40-minute video, you don't have to. It is a free world country. The internet is, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can watch it in segments or just don't watch it at all if you don't want to. That's your life. So if you're just sitting there suffering through a video, like, that's your own bad. Like, sorry, I'm not sorry, but okay. So the one I'm going to talk about is Star Wars versus Star Trek. Now, I love both of them. I want everyone to understand that I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I'm also a huge Star Trek fan. When I was 16, I got to go to a Star Trek convention in Vegas, which was amazing. I got to meet Sulu and Chekhov, and I was like having a little, like, you know, geeking out moment. And I got to meet Gene Roddenberry's son, and I was this close to buying a Tribble, and I didn't, and I will regret it forever, but it was awesome. Yeah, you know, it's about like noon. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. I will be making more videos, so stay tuned, guys. It's gonna be great hearing more from you.